Hello everybody. Shut up. I'm doing my intro here. Welcome back to Gone Home. And it is a bit sketchy now because from the last episode the last part I talked about that book, which means there might be ghosts. Grab eraser. A coupon? What for? Save 25 cents. What a coupon. Amazing coupon, my bro. Oh, okay. So I did my research. This is not horror. But they said that only in the beginning it feels like horror. Feels like it. I don't know how true that is. Where's the, we can't be too sure. Oh, it's the same book. I don't know. Samantha, please give this to your mother. Janice, thank you for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighting tape, and I gave my permission. He needs to spend less time with those games anyway. No hurry returning it. Yeah, whatever. Let's let Samantha know that she is welcome back to our house to visit anytime. Sincerely, Mary. Shoots?
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, not see him anymore.
Wow.
But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Maybe. Dear March 8th, 1976. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, I write to inform you that unfortunately Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Pariah. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior, we went ahead with publication of the second book in hopes of the John Russell Earl series catching on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. It has been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you and John Russell the best in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Donald Phipps. Wow. What an ass. Nope. Copyright. Open folder. Oh. No. Reproductive system worksheet 6. Menstrual cycle. I am produced in the testicles. Yeah, that's true. This is so hard to read. Oh my god. I will try to read it. The Menstrual Cycle, a novella. The early morning of September 1st, 1937, Essa Glatz stares at the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of Willian in Poland. I don't know that place. As the train rumbles along and the sun rises over the countryside, she can only think of her dear Borislav, the boy she is engaged to wed. Meanwhile, deep within her guts, an ovum starts to develop. Essa's train approaches its destination. Her heart races. The lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. As Essa steps foot steps off the train. Her eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. Then there! Her dear Boris, still in his baker's smock. He must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop to come meet her. Her heart skips a beat. The ovary releases the ovum. It travels through the fallopian tube. Wait. 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 So the baby was developed while on the train, while she was thinking about him? Thinking about just analyzing that's kind of weird. I mean, I know that's how the the thing works inside of a girl, but what? It doesn't make any sense. What's the connection between her thinking about him? Over the wheezing of the steam engines, a deep hum grows. It's coming from the sky. Dark shadows pass over the station. A whistling sound. Essa, her thoughts only a second faster than the bombs, reaches out toward her dear Boris across the crowd. Okay. Their eyes lock, and the moment freezes. The flash and smoke envelopes envelopes him almost instantly. In the assault by German forces, almost 75% of the people in her hometown are killed. The rest, including Essa and, for a time, Borislav, huddle in a half-destroyed church. He is blind. His legs are missing. Bandaged with torn bedsheets. Essa's egg will not be meeting a sperm. It dissolves. Aww. About 2 weeks later, Boris loses his grip on life. Essa has given up her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end, nothing can save him. Since the lining of the uterus is not needed for a pregnancy, it comes out through the vagina. Essa vows to survive. She sets off to join the Polish resistance as a daring spy and saboteur. What is that? Another ovum starts to develop in one of the ovaries and the process begins again. It is incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. Me. Wait, if that is just made by Samantha, it will be weird, you know? Read note. Hi, Lonnie. So if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Write back and leave this in my locker if you still want to, and we can meet in the parking lot after 6th. Samantha. No, just, yeah, I'm totally in. See you there. Then I'm gonna kick your butt. Get ready!
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild.
Oh, really?
So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked.
Weed?
That was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Best laid plans. Katie, please tell mom and dad sorry about the stuff that's missing. Sam. Did she steal from... Katie, please, whatever you found, don't tell mom and dad. Oh, shoot. Don't tell me. Oh, shit. So, where do I go? I mean, I've checked the entirety of this area. Is that a fire alarm? Yeah, it's a fire alarm. I've checked the entirety of that area. There we go. Out to the basement is locked. Okay. I haven't gone to the, I'll go check out that area later. Let me recheck this if it's still locked. Yes, it is. So, fuck number 2. So, okay. Controlled burn scheduled for Boone County. Okay. Whatever. It's so dark in here, man. To aid in the upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with expertise in the procedure is being transferred to the station of Flintlock National Forest, effective 9/2/94. Please see attached personnel file. The overseeing officer at Flintlock Forestry Station, Senior Conservationist Janice Greenbrier, is in charge with the supervision of transferred personnel. The duration of transfer will be based upon performance evaluation as well as the recommendation of the overseeing officer. Signed, Bruce Pendleton. Pendleton rings a bell. I just don't...
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Okay. Okay. King's Labyrinth, Chapter 2, Fraying Threads. Oh shit, I don't... Fuck off. Good. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended a single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, drew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. I can't talk properly right now. I'm sick. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moth that inhabited the island. Fuck. Trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance from further into the labyrinth. A moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment, too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, They came upon a rocky gap spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. The skeletal in rotted robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb, topping his royal scepter. Over the shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like gulls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks in the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, and then you." But the first mate interrupted. "No! I am smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line, all traced by the invincible thread, of course. Allegra said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know, this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continues his wait, no. No! The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging on the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skid to a top, even from across the yawning basin. Allegra could see the first mate's eyes growing wide. She turned and ran. Summoning his undead power, the king left the ground levitating, gliding behind her with distressed speed. From some dank passage, much too far away. Fuck. Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running toward the sound. A line in Allegra's hand went out, then shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. Wow, I'm having a hard time breathing because I'm sick. Great. What? Are those games? What is that? No, wait. Before I continue, I'll end the episode there. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!